Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot, and I'm here with part 2 of my monthly Tarotscope series. And in this video, we're going to go over the signs of Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. And so for Leo, let's get started. The first card we're going to pull for Leo is where it's best for Leo to place their focus during the month of September. And that's the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of rest, solitude, exile, and retreat. And hidden in that little stained glass window is the word pax, P-A-X, which in Latin is for peace. It's for the word peace. And so this indicates that it's so important for you this next month of September to find downtime, to find enough time to rest. Sometimes the Four of Swords advises you to go to bed a little bit earlier, get a little bit more sleep, really tend to yourself a little bit more, but also to find that inner peace. And sometimes the Four of Swords says, stop trying to force things to happen so much. Instead, it would be better for you to take a little bit of a time out, take a break, and then you can always come back to this later on. But that Four of Swords is all about getting your equilibrium through rest or through calming down. And sometimes the Four of Swords can just be as simple as taking a break to breathe, remembering your breath, remembering to take a break from the intensity of your day. The next card is advice from your inner wisdom for Leo for the month of September, and that is the Death card. So the Death card is saying that there's a lot that's transforming in your life. There's a death of the old way of life. There's the start of something new. And when we see the Death card with the Four of Swords, it's saying that the intense changes that are going on are really feeling like energetically they're taking a lot of toll. And so I think that's why it's so important to get that rest. Whenever we have the Death card too, it's telling you not to fear things, but to let go of things which just aren't serving you anymore. And one thing that will inform you as to what the Death card's talking about to let go of is the stuff that's stressing you out, is the stuff that's taking you out of that sense of peace that the Four of Swords is talking about. So this next month of September is really saying to be very discriminatory about what you're allowing in your space and really just allowing yourself to recharge your batteries periodically and really just tune in with your breath, tune in with yourself. Sometimes the Death card can also indicate unexpected changes that are happening or things that are just shifting very fast. And it's important that you're going with the energy and you're not fighting it. But with the Four of Swords next to the Death card, it really does indicate that this is a time to eliminate stress, eliminate anything that is making you exhausted. All right, so then after Leo, the next card that we're going to go on to is the Virgo card here. So this is for Virgo, happy birthday, for the month of September. And let's just see what's ahead for you. First card is where it's best to place your focus for September, and that's the Eight of Swords. The woman on the Eight of Swords is tied up. You can see she's kind of given up. Whoever has put her there is gone now. And it's almost as if she's given up and she's just waiting for the tide to swallow her. And she's surrounded by these 8 swords. So whoever left her there, they left their weapons with her. And if you look closely, her legs aren't tied up and she could so easily free herself if she just rubbed her bindings against those sharp swords around her. And she could run for safety maybe to that castle or just anywhere else. But you see she's blindfolded. And so sometimes this card comes up when we're being blind to something that we're trapped in or feeling stuck in, but we're actually giving up before we've actually given our best try. When the Eight of Swords comes up for you, Virgo, over the next month, it's really telling you to challenge your fears and challenge yourself to go further, to even try when you're afraid to, or even push yourself to excel or succeed in something that you might not feel 100% sure about your footing with. The advice from your inner wisdom, Virgo, over this next month of September is the Emperor card, which means that you're more secure and stable than you think. The Emperor is also a card of boundaries and really being protective of your space. The Emperor is richly dressed in those robes, but he's also wearing armor underneath them, which means he's willing to fight for his goals and his dreams and his ideals. You also see that the Emperor's throne has those ram heads on it. And when I see that symbol next to that Eight of Swords, it's almost like there's a feeling like you need to get something to initiate, get something started, need to ram ahead, but you're starting to doubt yourself or, just basically second guess yourself or not really feel like you're up for it. This Emperor card is saying if you do take the chance, if you are bold and you do go forward and you do it fearlessly, you're going to win. You're going to be victorious. And those mountains just indicate boundaries. So sometimes with the Eight of Swords, we need to have our space respected. So this could be a time where you really put your foot down and have your space respected as well. So don't allow anyone to make you feel less than or victimized or pushed around. The Emperor is really seen to be assertive during this next month. Next, we go on to the sign of Libra, who also shares the birthday month of September at the end. And the first card for Libra is where it's best to place their focus, and it flew out of the deck, and that's the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands shows a man who's on the top of a mountain, and he's defending his turf. You can see if you look super close, the man on the Seven of Wands has two different shoes on. And this is a symbol for him being a nonconformist. He's doing his own thing. He's walking his own path. And he's being attacked for it. These nameless, faceless people are trying to bring him down a peg. They're trying to unseat him from that position of authority that he's in. So whenever the Seven of Wands comes up, Libra, it's saying that you have to fight for what you know is right, for your highest ideals. Sometimes the Seven of Wands indicates that it's time to take the high road. It's time to elevate yourself and move past old fears. And it's also time to walk your own path and do your own thing. And who cares if other people don't like it? This is your time to really make a difference and do things your way. The advice from your inner wisdom for the month of September is the Queen of Pentacles. And I just love this card. The Queen of Pentacles is saying that what you're focusing on for success or to succeed is absolutely going to succeed. However, you have to keep your eyes focused on that goal. The beautiful Queen of Pentacles in her garden is patiently waiting as the garden comes into full bloom. And she's focused on the coin in her lap, which means she's focused on her goals. And this is to say that right now it's important for you to focus on your goals, Libra, and not get distracted. And the thing that can distract you is that little rabbit that's hidden in the bottom corner of the Queen of Pentacles card. And rabbits are known for worry. They're always paranoid about being late or something going disastrously terrible, or that you're going to eat them. And the Queen of Pentacles is not killing the rabbit. She's not driving him out of the garden, but she's tuning him out. She's really focused on the goal at hand. So I would really advise you this next month to stay focused and trained on what your goal is and finish it. And if you do, you will succeed. You may have to stand up for something and go out on a limb and be a little bit more original or unique or different. But the Queen of Pentacles says that this absolutely can be successful if you're courageous and stay focused and you're patient with it. So that's for Libra. And then finally for this video, we're going to go into Scorpio. And the first card for Scorpio is where it's best to place your focus during the month of September. And that's the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is the card of in between. You got this woman who's in between two swords. She's in between the new moon and the full moon. She's in between the sky and the sea. And she's blindfolded. And this is a symbol for her being in limbo right now. She doesn't really see what's coming up ahead. And so Scorpio, it may feel like during the month of September, you're kind of going in blind. But it's saying that magic is happening beneath the surface. And the Two of Swords is always a card that shows the magical time of in-between. The in-between time in nature is twilight or dawn, when all of nature stirs differently, the atmosphere picks up, everything really turns a different color with the lighting. And so this is just to say that there's something magical happening under the current, but you may not be able to see how it all manifests yet, so you have to be patient. And the advice from your inner wisdom, Scorpio, for the month of September is the High Priestess. Wow, pretty powerful. Again, we get a lunar symbol. The High Priestess is crowned with the moons. And the High Priestess is all about using your instincts and your intuition. Your inner voice is like an infallible compass that will always lead you out of whatever maze you find yourself in. So if you're feeling lost or blindfolded or you don't know what's happening or the future even seems obscure, the High Priestess is gently guiding you back to your inner wisdom. You know this. You know what's going to happen. And the High Priestess is just saying your intuition is just going to be rocking this next month. So you really want to listen to it carefully. High Priestess is also a little bit more sensitive. And she's also between the black and the white pillar, which is symbolizing that the answers or the truth that you're looking for are not black and white, but they're found somewhere in between. So there's a lot of nuance this next month. All right, so that is part 2 of my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd love for you to go to elliotoracle.com and book a reading with me. These little mini readings are great, but they're nothing compared to a full reading that goes into all of your concerns. So take care and enjoy this September.